Gaming Guy 88 here with another video, and this is on my current PS5 game collection. Now, these games are in alphabetical order. Well, at least how I consider them to be. Kind of like I know that technically, like Avengers, for example, it is Marvel Avengers, just like how Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales is Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, but I have them in the A and S respectively. So let's just get right into it. Obviously, at the top is Marvel's Avengers. Now, as far as I know, this is the only next-gen physical version you can get. I got it for only $25 off Amazon, and that's actually where I'm pretty sure I got almost all these from Amazon, actually, funny enough. But I have not played this game yet. I've only watched my brother play the single player, and it actually looks fun. I'm not so sure about the multiplayer. That's where I feel a lot of the criticism comes in for this game. But yeah, Avengers. Next up is Ballen Wonderworld, a game from Yuji Naka, who was the creator of Sonic the Hedgehog as well as Nights into Dreams. This game got a lot of criticism, but I actually have tried it out, and gameplay-wise, it's like any other 3D platformer, but there are some tedious things that you have to do in the game, and I can understand that part of the criticism, but the core gameplay of Ballen Wonderworld actually isn't that bad. Next up is a game that needs no introduction, Demon's Souls. I have to make sure that I pronounce that right. I have never played a Souls game or Bloodborne for that matter, and that's because games that I know are going to be hard usually turn me off. But this one, I admit, I got for free as a gift from Scott from Sega Blocks. Check out his channel. I may have to give this one a whirl, because it actually looks amazing, and from what I've seen, it also uses the haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers, so has full support of the DualSense controller. So that could be interesting. Next up is Destruction AllStars. This is a vehicular combat game similar to Twisted Metal, but just a more modern take on it. And this game, brand new, was only $20. So it has a single player as well as a multiplayer component. So I will definitely have to try this one out because I enjoy racing games as well as vehicular combat games such as Twisted Metal and Full Auto, if anyone remembers that. But yeah, Destruction AllStars. Next up is Godfall, which actually was the very first PS5 game that was announced. From what I can recall, it's a looter shooter that you just go around shooting and then getting loot. That sounds like a good time to me, but this is another game that got some criticism, but I didn't pay full price for it, so I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I'll just give it a try and see if I like it. And next up is another game that needs no introduction, Immortals Phoenix Rising, which I believe it came out earlier this year, back in the spring. It's a game that's similar to both Zelda Breath of the Wild as well as Assassin's Creed. So I'll definitely have to try this one out. It's gotten a lot of praise. And speaking of getting a lot of praise, Judgment by the same studio that makes the Yakuza series and published by Sega. It's a game that you do a lot of exploring, and it has a lot of beat 'em up combat, so I'll definitely have to check that out. Next up is a game that I actually got the platinum on, and that's MXGP 2020, which is a motocross game, and it's physically for the PS5 is a PAL exclusive, so I had to import it, but it was a lot of fun. Next up is the Pathless, which, from what I know, it's an exploration type of game, like a adventure type of game that was also not full price, and it's even cheaper now, so I'll definitely have to try it out soon. Now, next up is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and this is by far one of my favorite games this current generation so far, as well as really any game the past, I'd say, at least going back 5 years. It's that good, and that's all I'll say because this video will go on for forever. But speaking of another really good game is Sackboy A Big Adventure, which is a platformer, and it has a lot of Little Big Planet charm to it because it features Sackboy from that series. And from what I've played so far, I've enjoyed it a whole lot. Now, next up is Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. This is actually the Ultimate Edition that also came with Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. And I've played through that, and I still need to play through the 3 DLC expansions, and then I'll get to the Miles Morales game. And then, lastly, is Watch Dogs Legion, which not too long ago got an update that brings it to 60 frames. So, hey, that's good. That makes me want to try it out that much more. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me the past few weeks that I've taken a break. And you all take care.